Hi, I'm Trevor Marshall from Whakatu Rotary. I'm just introducing you to our latest initiative, which is about resilience. Resilience for disasters when they come, and it's about making sure that we're all ready for when the next flood, forest fire or earthquake happens. So one of the big things that we've been asked to do, and we've in association with Fire and Emergency New Zealand, is about building some community hub caravans that can be taken to venues and where people can be supported and given help by civil defence, by fire, by emergency services, but also it's about the crews that are working in there, looking after them, making sure they're being cared for and considered. So let's have a look around at what we've actually got here. This is our first unit. This is the first of two that have been delivered to this top of the south, and there's a lot more coming. So over here, one of the things we've considered, we've put in road cones, we've put in an electric jockey wheel here, so we don't have people straining and mucking up their back. 2,000 kg towing on one of these units. So as you can see here, a standard ute will easily tow this around, no problems at all. Inside, we've created, as part of our sustainability and resilience, we have portable generators. There are two of these generators at the front here, plus fuel tanks. So they're ready to power up. But the beauty is that the unit itself is run on solar, so it has three power sources. It has solar, it has generators, and it can access and tap into mains supply. We have outside power points here, and the beauty of this is they can be fed across to the gazebo, and we'll come back to that. It's a very easy operation. 1 and 2 people can easily set this up in a matter of minutes. Come on inside. So inside here, we've got a lounge area. Now the idea of this is that people can turn around and be brought in to be counselled, to rest, but it's also the crews, somewhere for them to put their gear, and particularly the likes of Rotary when they're doing a project. It's a great base for your members to turn around and have some R&R, or put their equipment, or run it as an office area. This can be closed off, so as you can see here, and this wall comes around, so we end up with a wee lounge. Rotary branding, fire and emergency branding as well. All units come with an AED device. They also come with fire extinguishers and first aid kits. One of the great things too is we have water supplies, 140 litres of clean water, 140 litres of grey water. So at any time you can go and check what the levels are on your, whether it's full or empty, whether it needs emptying, rather than putting in a dipstick or trying to guess. All your lighting here is LED on solar. You have an on-off switch inside here, which you can turn around and turn the batteries on and off if need be. But even if it's turned off, the solar is constantly charging the batteries. Television here, so if you need to run anything, you can turn around and run programs up on there. Little table here. Each of the unit comes with 10 chairs, and it also comes with 4 tables. So we can set those up outside and people can turn around and relax and chill out. So what have we got in this section? What have we got in this section? Here we have a storage unit. This is where the gazebo is housed. It also comes with all of the weights, so if we're in a car park area, we don't have to worry about breaking through tar seal, we just use the weights. We have a fridge here, which runs on 12 volt. We have a sink, operates here as well, and we actually have a writing board here. We have a television that comes up and comes down. So if you've got crowds here, they can watch the latest news and updates on what's happening with emergencies, etc. Plus you can actually use it for educational, putting a chip in, and you can run a program on there as well. All the drawers are designed so that they stay closed while the vehicle is travelling. At the same time, we have a microwave in here as well. Fresh water to dispense for troops to turn around and have a drink. Also charging points for cell phones and UPS. LED lighting right through the whole unit. So we're using minimal amount of power. So we have our speakers here, water supply. Again, for troops when they want to go and fill up their water bottles, etc., they're not having to come into the unit, particularly if you've got staff in the kitchen or somebody using the lounge area for a meeting or a consultation. Another power supply here. Our barbecue, it's all set up. 2 gas bottles. Again, everything's in here. And it's also biodegradable. So everything, knives, forks, spoons, plates, paper napkins, everything is environmentally friendly. We have water filters to make sure that the crews have got good clean water. And in this pack is a PA system. So it can be taken out, put anywhere, and you've got a microphone where you can talk to a crowd if need be. Again, LED lighting all the way around here. You've got jags and braces here, so for punches on the truck or also for putting down the stabilizer legs. And then they can be wound down and put away. LPG, 2 cylinders in there. And we also have a califont, so we can heat hot water from our supply of 140 litres as well. Here we have hoses, so if you need a crew, somebody needs to be washed down or cleaning or anything like that, you've got controls over here and a hose connection on the side as well. Spare wheel and power socket for getting from household power. The units also come with extension leads and power sockets, all for connecting to mains power. So the units here are fully self-sufficient when they first roll out. So from the day they come out of the factory, they're ready to go. In addition to that, we identified the need to look after our crew. One of the things we've added is a 6 metre by 3 metre gazebo that goes up beside, and you'll see over here. I have a gazebo here because once you've fed the troops and give them a meal, we don't want them sitting on the ground. How often do we see it where people in emergency services are all turning around on the ground? This is about looking after everybody. We need to care for the people who are actually going to be caring for us. And so the sides go on here, they've got windows and doors, tables and chairs go in there, which are all part of the kit that it's here. And they've got somewhere to have a meal, put their feet up, have a sleep if they wanted to, and also have some privacy. These are a great addition to every community. They can easily be operated out of there, and we can turn around and run a high profile of Rotary involved in providing resilience to the community, working in conjunction with FENZ. So we hope your club will get on board. Now the questions you're going to ask are, so who looks after it and who takes care of it? Well, that's really simple. We've developed a memorandum of understanding with Fire and Emergency to turn around, and that once we take possession of this unit out of the factory, we deliver it to the station that it's going to be assigned to. Fire and Emergency are fully responsible for insurance, for maintenance, warrants of fitness, electrical, and making sure that the units are fit for purpose, ready to roll out. So all of that responsibility that in the past went to Rotary clubs who turned around and would buy a unit, then having the arguments about who's going to look after it, where am I storing it. The great thing is these are all going to FENZ to look after. We can access at any time unless it's an emergency, then they have priority, which is pretty obvious. Also along with other emergency services and other groups and agencies. So the whole idea is all care but no responsibility. These units we expect to last for at least 20 years. They're New Zealand made, locally in Ashburton, of a really high quality and standard by Lysarts, who have been developing these types of things for years. So with these being built, we can turn around and know that we're going to have a good number of years of high profile and use out of these. Once they're finished, if FENZ decide they don't want it anymore, then they hand it back to Rotary for the princely sum of $1, and the clubs involved will make the decision what they want to do with it. Whether they want to keep them, whether they want to sell them, whether they want to give them to other groups. But you know they're going to be around for a very long time. They've got so many roles and multi-use. They're not being white elephants that'll be parked up and just held in a corner. They're constantly out there. This unit from Nelson is constantly in use. It's been used at the Leith Valley Fire. It was sent to the West Coast in anticipation of flooding down there. It's been used by Rotary in terms of the multicultural groups, the motorhome show that's run by the Richmond clubs here. So it is really out there and running and being well used, and as you can see, a great asset. I really hope you'll get on board. I think it would be great if we could have one in every reasonable sized town and quite a few in some of the cities as our program to help the country when we really need it. Better to be prepared than turn around and waiting for afterwards. Get on board, contact us, you'll see our details there. We'll organise it all. All you've got to do is the fundraising. We'll give you a hand with that. You'll see another attachment which has guides on where to apply for funding. But hey, what a great project, what a legacy your club can leave to your community. Thanks very much.